Baker+Brown is coming up, and today we have 3 special young guests for you.
We're talking about the future of Gallatin and education.
Next on Baker+Brown. Welcome to Baker+Brown. It's another episode with Kim and Paige. We're glad to be with you. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you. We truly do, and we really enjoy your questions and your comments and your suggestions and your ideas.
Yeah, we do. We could start today by answering one question.
Absolutely.
One that's come up a few times is, where do you get your shirts?
Your Gallatin shirts.
I think in the first episode you had on the bling bling shirt.
Yeah, the black shirt with the rhinestones with the Gallatin logo.
And then I had on the gray version of this, the 37066 with the tri-star. And so the short answer is you can buy most of them at the chamber office. I think yours is special order.
Yes, it is a special order.
We could get some if there was enough interest.
Yes, if there's enough interest, certainly we would order some. And I do know that the Gallatin Economic Development Agency, located in City Hall, has ordered that same shirt for some other people because they loved it and they wanted one. So,
I have a gray one.
Yeah, and people wearing shirts that represent Gallatin and people wanting shirts that represent Gallatin is so meaningful to me because it's something that's really just come into being in the last 5 years or so. And we didn't have anything back a decade ago. And now so many people want items that they can wear that represent the community in which they live. And so it's so exciting for me, one, to see people wearing things that represent Gallatin, but two, the creativity associated with them. When they showed me that shirt that had the rhinestone Gallatin logo, I was like, that's I've never worn rhinestones, but for that I did because it was so crazy fun.
I know.
And then you've developed some shirts, and several of the boutiques around Gallatin have developed some shirts.
There's another organization.
Hats.
Yeah, Gallatin's very own. They've got a whole sleeve.
GVO.
They just rolled out a Gallatin map. It's like a vintage Gallatin map, and it's on a T-shirt. It's really neat.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
We'll have to get one to wear on the show.
And that's GVO if you're looking for them on social media.
But we've got about 8 designs at the office. We have this one. We have both Gallatin High Schools, the Station Camp and Gallatin colors. We have a maroon and a green and gold. And then we have a couple farmers market designs. We have a Be Nice, it's the Gallatin way, and Gallatin's the nicest place in America. So.
I want one of the Be Nice shirts. I want to wear that to city council meetings.
Ooh.
But no, I appreciate all that y'all have done to get some Gallatin apparel out in the community. And like I said, I really appreciate people in the community wanting that apparel. You've actually sold out of stuff.
We've sold out. And you know what? You want a Be Nice one. I wonder who else wants one. So if you want a Gallatin shirt, put a comment below, and next week we're going to give one away.
Sweet.
So I've got stickers too, so we'll give some of those away too.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of events coming up that we want to make sure that we tell you about. The first one is the Gallatin Shamrock Run, which I actually was in charge of the chamber when we started that, and I learned a lot about organizing a run. I think the first year we had maybe 60 people. Maybe 80. You weren't even there then.
I was like, I don't know.
But now the Shamrock Run has grown into a big event, much anticipated, and one that's enjoyed by people. So I'm going to let you talk about it because you're the expert on it these days.
I don't know if I'm the expert, but I am one of the organizers. It's happening this Saturday. It happens, actually, we're starting in the parking lot at City Hall this year. So we're starting and ending there. The race route wraps through historic downtown Gallatin as well as the residential district a little bit, goes all the way down to the football field and then comes back around. And so there are finisher medals for everybody that finishes. You know, we've come a long way since that first year. We're expecting somewhere between 700 and 1,000 runners this year, weather permitting, but the forecast looks okay. So.
And they have had the event in rain and in the snow.
In snow,
so
yes,
that snow is quite the interesting experience. But it's fun. People dress up in costumes related to St. Patrick's Day, and everybody really has a lot of fun. Is it still a 5K and a 10K?
There's a 5K and a 10K. The 5K is the route I just described, and then the 10K is double that route, basically. And so we'll have yoga to cool down afterwards. We have a warm-up in the morning to get you going. We've got several vendors that'll be set up with giveaways and fun drawings and just sights to see. We'll have a photo booth. We give awards away. And Phillies is actually hosting an event immediately after the event called Kegs and Eggs.
Oh, does that mean beer for breakfast?
That's what I think. So.
Okay, well, good for them. Do they sign up on Active?
They can. You can sign up on active.com. And, we talked about education and mentioned that we're going to talk about that a little today. And we're going to showcase some really cool things that are going on. But the Shamrock Run, while it is organized by the chamber, it benefits our foundation, which is our 501c3 component, where we fund innovative education enhancement programs in Gallatin K-12 public schools. So since its inception, we've been able to give out grants directly to Gallatin K-12 public school teachers. Last year, we gave out close to $18,000.
And that's amazing. I remember one of the things that I'm really proud of is actually starting that foundation back many years ago and starting to raise money for it. And so you're raising a lot more now than we used to then.
We are.
And making a difference for Gallatin teachers that we really appreciate. The other event that I want to make sure that you're aware of is on March 12th,
Yes.
Thursday, from 6 until 8 p.m. here at City Hall. We are continuing with our Plan Gallatin exercise. As you know, or I hope you know by now, we're developing a new comprehensive plan for Gallatin, and we have been seeking citizen input for quite some time, but really want people to show up for this, to kind of see the presentations, to hear the information, to actually be able to see the data for themselves and analyze it how they wish, and communicate their thoughts about the future of Gallatin. I know that everyone is, myself included, feeling overwhelmed by the amount of growth that's happening in Gallatin and in Middle Tennessee. And while Gallatin has had a comprehensive plan for many years, it's time to update that. We have to look at the next 2 decades. And so that's what we'll be doing. And we hope that people will come out and participate and lend their opinions, because that's going to make us have a much richer plan. So related to that, we have some special guests today, and we're so excited because they're young special guests. And when she talked about education and talked about, what did you say?
The future of Gallatin.
The future of Gallatin ties into both of those things.
I think it does.
So these are young students. They're students at Rucker High School, and they are here with us because they are a part of a national event called the Amazing Shake. Kim, do you want to describe a little bit about what the Amazing Shake is?
Yes. So these students are from Rucker Middle School.
Right. Did I say something
I think you said Rucker High School.
Oh, I didn't.
Which is not.
I know better.
We know.
So,
but Rucker Middle, and they range in age. So all ages, 6th through 8th grade, which is what our middle schools are here in Sumner County, they were able to participate. And so they compete utilizing different things we do on a day-to-day basis: shaking hands, making eye contact, nonverbal communication, standing up straight, which I'm not very good at, and all of those different things. And they compete going through, I think you've participated at Rucker. I know I've participated at some of the elementary schools when they've done it. And they go through different rounds, and they're given a topic that they have to be prepared to talk about. I know the first time I visited Union a couple years ago, the topic for 4th and 5th graders was to talk about the impact of cell phone use in like our day-to-day life. And I thought they were going to talk about like how awesome technology was. Oh no, it was like the other direction, about the cons of it and how it is detrimental. And so they had to be prepared to just answer off-the-cuff questions about that. And so these 3 students that are joining us today have participated at Rucker, and Rucker is actually sending their top 3 to the Ron Clark Academy right outside of Atlanta to participate in the national competition, which this is year 3 of RCA. And I think there's 2 other schools in Gallatin that are sending students. I think Union and Howard are also sending students this year to compete. So different age ranges. I think most of them are probably between 4th grade and middle school. So.
And I think, I guess we should pretty much just jump right in, but it'll be interesting for you watching to evaluate these students and see how their social skills are and their ability to talk and make eye contact. And I think you're going to be very, very impressed. But I'd say we jump right in. Miss Kim has charged them with topics. We have a student who's going to talk about things they like about Gallatin, another who's going to talk about dining in Gallatin, and a third who is going to talk about the importance of shopping locally. And she is who we're going to begin with.
Yes, enjoy. All right, we're back with our first guest for today's episode. We have China Center, who is actually the winner of the local Amazing Shake competition, who is going on to the Ron Clark Academy. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Are you excited? We're excited for you. I can't believe that you're in 8th grade and you have this amazing opportunity ahead of you.
Yes, ma'am.
We explained that we've kind of charged you all with a certain topic to discuss today. So we're going to jump right in if that's okay, because we have 3 of you to talk to. So your topic is actually about shopping local.
Yes.
Why is shopping local important, China?
Shopping local is honestly really important because you're giving back to your community and the environment that is around us, especially here in the square. I love to shop at Tennessee Honey. That's my favorite shop. That's actually where I got this jacket and these pants from.
Yeah, I'll interrupt you because we heard a story. You were supposed to wear something else, but
Yes.
you felt it was appropriate to represent your topic, and I appreciate that.
Yes.
So,
We also have like stores here like Sassy and Brassy, which is another boutique that I really like to shop at just because I love style personally, and like you clearly do too because you look really nice every time I see you.
Oh, bless your heart.
It is, but I know a lot of people, they might not like to shop at like boutiques or anything like that. And that we have chain stores like Belk here, Marshalls and stuff like that you can also shop at. Or maybe if you can't afford it, we also have Goodwill, which I like to shop for sweatshirts and stuff like that over there because I like thrifting sometimes and I think it's really nice. And, you know, you're giving back to your community when you shop at our boutiques and things like that on the square. So,
Yeah, let's talk about, and this is for our viewers' information, but also for our own discussion, and Kim's a great one to participate in this, giving back to your community. What does that mean in shopping local? It means way beyond what a lot of people initially think.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about that a little bit, Kim?
Yeah. I think when, there's funny memes that circulate. I've seen one recently that says, because Amazon doesn't sponsor your local Little League team. And it's true when you
There's
think
a lot
about
of
it.
truth in that.
There is.
And support your local nonprofits and employ people in your community and all of those things. I mean, it really does give back to your community. You're supporting the people that support your community
Yes,
when
I
you
love
shop
that.
locally. And I like shopping in boutiques because there's not as much to choose from and it's not so overwhelming.
Well, you may know this. And Tennessee Honey, did you know that they only get 2 of each size of each item?
yes, I didn't know that. I noticed that like the first time that I went in there. There's not really a lot to choose from, but they're all unique in their different ways. And so I really love going to boutiques.
I like that because that means there's only one other girl in Gallatin that's my size wearing the same outfit. Right? Am I right? Like, you don't want somebody wearing the same thing as you.
You don't have to worry about walking on the street and someone having the same jacket or same pants as you. It's like, I'm unique. I got this.
Right. Do you have any suggestions of how we could better promote the importance of shopping locally?
I think maybe plastering it on a billboard or something like that because I know like people are not really in their homes watching as much TV or anything like that. Like personally, I watch Netflix and things. So when I see things like advertisements, I usually see it on social media. And so that's how I found out about Tennessee Honey is because their social media was promoting and had an advertisement on Instagram, and so that's how I learned about it. So really social media and advertising just around because people are more out and about than sitting in their homes like watching TV.
But I think it's important, and I would enlist your help on this, to tell the story. And that means explain to your friends why shopping local matters.
Yes.
And encourage them to do the same. Because I personally don't like ordering clothes online because you don't know what they feel like.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't even know how like they're gonna fit on you when you order them. Like,
Oh, and have y'all seen those like nightmare stories where people order
and
something
it's like
online
this big.
and it's like doll size and the material's totally different and it's really crazy.
I know like on some YouTube videos that I watch, they order things and it'll be a completely different product. Like they ordered a stool, but it was like a little tiny
Like a
doll
dollhouse
stool. Yes.
Oh, that's great. Well, China, you are absolutely delightful. We certainly wish you all the luck when you go to Atlanta in a few weeks. You get spring break between then and now.
Yes, I'm excited for that.
You're not going to be practicing all of spring break?
I am. I'm pretty sure my coach, she's gonna make
Gonna
me. She'll
require
call
some
me.
work of you.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's very exciting for you, and we wish you all the luck. I know you will do well in Atlanta.
Thank
We can't
you.
wait to hear the results, and really look forward to what you'll do in our community in the years ahead.
I want to be the mayor.
Oh, I would love that. That would be tremendous. So we're going to keep up with each other because I want to follow you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see your outfits at RCA, and I hope you find those 3 pairs of shoes and rock them.
Yes. I'm really excited. Thank you.
Okay, our second Amazing Shake qualifier is Elijah Williams. He's also an 8th grader at Rucker Stewart and will be going to compete in Atlanta very soon. Congratulations to you, Elijah.
Thank you very much. I was really excited to realize that I was going to get to go to Atlanta with my fellow competitors, China and Isabella. It's just been a great opportunity for me to soft skills, being able to talk to people, look at them in the eye, and not be really nervous and be confident in myself.
Well, you're doing a great job with that. I'm very, very impressed. I'm impressed with of all of you, but you're doing great. How many years have you participated in Amazing Shape?
This is my first year. I was gonna do it, and I was asking my principal about it, and he said we were gonna do it this year. So I made sure I pushed myself to do it. So I was really excited when it came around.
You did.
So today I think you're talking to us about some of your favorite places and things in Gallatin,
Yes.
right? So that's something we can get behind. So let's hear them.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite places is my church. I go to Zion Upper Room Apostolic Faith Church. It's just a good church for the youth. Like, I know some churches focus on the adults and focus on learning, but my church focuses on the youth, which allows us to talk to each other about our problems, and it just allows us to be able to talk to someone our age.
What's another favorite place?
My golf. Golf is my newest interest. I really love golf. I never thought I would do it, but then once I just seen my dad and my uncle, it's inspired me to try new sports, try new things. And golf has just been a sport where it's just me, and I can just focus on that one person and not like I like having team sports, but I just like it being myself also.
Competing against yourself. Have you played at our city golf course at Long
Yes,
Hollow?
I've played at Long Hollow. It's really fun. It's just a great environment for everyone. It's a good place. It's really nice. Has some trees and a little lake. It's just a very pretty place to play golf.
That's tremendous. What's your third favorite place?
My third, this is a hard one, but my third would be Lot for the lake. I like the lake a lot. I like fishing. I like to swim. I like just hanging out with the family. We like throw footballs, throw frisbees, just have a picnic sometimes and just get to talk to each other about our days, fly kites. It's just a good place to be with family, just a very good environment, and it just looks very pretty.
I agree with you entirely on the lake, not so much on golf.
Yeah, golf. I think that was my biggest way I disappointed my father was
Me
that
too.
I was no good at golf.
Me too. My father both my parents are really good golfers. They had 3 children. None of us care a thing about golfing. That is a major disappointment to
Yeah,
them.
my dad's the only one that plays golf, and his brother. So he was pretty happy when I wanted to follow his footsteps and play.
So that may mean golf team is in your future too.
Does Rucker have a golf team?
It does. I'm trying out for the golf team this year.
Oh,
I'm really
awesome.
excited.
Well, we wish you luck.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. Hey, I'm going to put you on the spot with a question because I found it interesting that you said one of your 3 favorite places was your church. Can you speak to why you think a church is so important to a community?
I think the church is important to a community because I know some people don't have a father figure in their life or a mother figure, but I feel that the church is just a place where you can open up to people. Like my grandfather, he's the pastor. So it was just cool to tell my friends about it. They come, and then we all just have a good little lesson at Sunday school or Wednesday Bible class. Or some days we do this thing called Focus, where all young people and youth come together and we go out at outings, or we'll just go and talk to each other. And it's just, I think it's good for the community, so everybody has someone to talk to, and then it's always for all ages.
And it's a place for everybody to find a place.
Yes.
So many different faiths in Gallatin and so many different opportunities to worship and be a part of a congregation. And I always praise our churches when I have the opportunity because I do believe that our churches make our community better and make our community stronger. And so I appreciate what they do. And I certainly appreciate that a man of your age values that. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, we wish you lots of luck at RCA, and thanks for coming in. And good luck trying out for the golf team, too.
Thank you.
Yes, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do in the future. Do you have long-term plans?
One of my long-term plan, I want to have my own business or be a police officer. That's what I really like. I like to help people, and then I would just be cool to be a boss of myself.
I think those are definitely admirable pursuits, and I have full confidence that you will accomplish anything that you desire. So
Thank you.
move on and keep up with us so we know what's going on with you in the
will.
years ahead. They'll go fast. So thank you, Elijah.
You are.
Right, we're back with our third special guest of the day. We have Isabella Hibbard joining us. Welcome.
Hi.
We're so glad that you are with us. I've had the pleasure of speaking with you before we actually did this taping, and you are full of information, opinions, and suggestions, and I appreciate that. So tell us you're the one that actually has some experience with having done this before at the national level, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell us about your experience with Amazing Shake and what you've had the opportunity to do as a result of it.
It was awesome. I experienced a lot. It's taught me not only more how to be myself in any situation, but soft skills. Soft skills are a huge thing in growing up because when you're older, you have to get job interviews, and when you do this, you have to be able to communicate with people and be able to get that job interview or be able to just being able to have a conversation with somebody. Just you're walking down the street at the square and you see somebody that you know, being able to have a conversation with them is a huge deal. Being able to make friends at school and high school and college. Soft skills take you you use it every day. I mean, it's speaking.
I need to tell the audience something I didn't tell them, and that is that you are in the 6th grade.
Yes.
And your skills are truly impressive as far as
Thank
having
you.
a conversation and just the way that you speak. I wish I could do as well.
I know. Sometimes I leave these things when we hang out with the kids, and I feel kind of bad about myself.
A little inferior.
I know. So we're really impressed by y'all. Let's jump right in, though. We've talked about shopping. We've talked about favorite things. Let's finish it out with food. Tell us about some of your places to eat.
Okay, so on the square, I'm going to start with the square because that has the best food and, entertainment. It's always good to go down there if you're, hanging out with a bunch of your friends. I remember went there after Amazing Shake and ate at Philly's, and Philly's is a great place to go. And in between there, there's, this little game room where you're able to eat, and there's also arcade games. There's a lot of stuff you can play in there, and also board games. And when you walk in a little further, you see the ice cream social, and that's the best thing ever.
Tell us.
So good.
Tell us about the ice cream social. What do you like to get there? And tell us, can you describe what it's like for those who haven't seen it?
Yeah, so you see that before you walk into Philly's. It really just depends on which way you go. But inside, it's like a winter wonderland full of ice cream. It's so good. It's almost like I don't know how to explain it, but it's a huge. I call it a buffet full of things you can add onto your ice cream and any flavor. But I get the strawberry cheesecake. It has graham crackers and strawberries in it with a cheesecake type ice cream. It is so good.
Oh, you're making me hungry. So what else on the square? As you move
Also,
across
Swaney
Gallatin?
Swift. They have really, really good barbecue and bacon sandwiches. I've had that one time, and I split it with Ava and Olivia, but we had 2. We just scarfed it all down. It was so good. And also, after that is the fried pickles. The fried pickles there are super good. You get that nice crunch and also the sour taste of the pickles. So delicious.
You may need to be a food writer.
I know.
So where else do you like to dine?
Top Hog and Ashley's and Trixie's. So Ashley's and Trixie's is pretty much in a gas station, but their meals are so good. They have the really, really good fried catfish and also chicken and dumplings. Those are my 2 favorite things to get there. And Top Hog, fruit tea, best in town, so good. I could eat drink a whole jug of that every day.
Yeah, that's a lot of sugar. Are there any other places in Gallatin that you would like to?
If you like chain restaurants, it would be O'Charlie's and Chili's, and one other place which is super good is chocolate covered strawberry. That is delicious.
It's a bit on the outskirts. People sometimes don't forget about it because it's out just a little bit, but you're right, it's a very good place. So you've mentioned a lot of places that you like to dine. Can you speak to why it's important to dine in your home community when you can?
Well, I feel like you're able to meet a lot of people there, especially
good.
locally, people that own the restaurant. You're able to meet new people like that, and also for jobs as well and helping out the community. There's a lot of other reasons for dining locally, which is awesome. And plus, there's food that's unique. It's just from Gallatin. It's stuff that they add their own little taste to it that you're not going to forget. It's just delicious.
Wonderful. I was going to say keeping your tax dollars locally, but I appreciate your perspective about getting to meet your neighbors. So what a wonderful one. Well, we are so glad to have met all 3 of you guys today. I think you're all going to do fabulously in Atlanta. You have spring break between now and then to prepare, and what are you going to do long term in your life? Do you have goals for when you're grown yet?
I want to run my own foundation because my goal in life is to pretty much focus on other people instead of myself. because there's so many people, like I feel like we take so much for granted. And all those people, let's say, are homeless people or people that are in orphanage. Think about all those people that are going through so much. And I want to run my foundation for something that's going to help other people live their life and achieve dreams of their own, as I'm achieving mine of helping other people.
Well, that's interesting that you've already got that big idea in your head, and I bet you have the opportunity to accomplish that. And we're going to keep up with you guys. So, yeah, we're going to keep you on track. Stay in touch with us. We're certainly going to find out from your teachers how you do in Atlanta and have fun. I mean, I know this has to be stressful for all of you, but
It's a little stressful, but the excitement kind of takes that over a little bit.
Good. Do enjoy it, and you've certainly got the skills and talent to excel, and I know that you will. So thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Yes, good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, I told you you'd be impressed. Weren't our amazing shake qualifiers heading to Atlanta? Wonderful. I know they're going to do a great job. We're looking forward to hearing the results because we think they'll be favorable towards our folks. Want to remind you, Plan Gallatin is Thursday from 6 to 8 right here at Gallatin City Hall. And then Kim and the Shamrock Run is happening this Saturday. Before we close, though, today, I still have my book to share with you, but I do think it's very appropriate that Kim shares some special information about this Saturday Shamrock Run. And I think it'll be very meaningful to you. Jump in there, Kim.
I think so. So the Shamrock Run has several participants that participate every year. We've had several sponsors that have been a part of it. And so the run starts at 6:30 this Saturday, but we will be missing some folks in attendance this year. One of them, who is a repeat sponsor for many years and showed up every Shamrock Run with a smile, was Jim Hawkins, and he will be sorely missed this year.
And took pictures.
He took
and
pictures.
ran.
He ran. He did all of the things. He sponsored. He ran. He photographed the event for us, and just really brought a special spirit, as he did to most things he participated in. And so this event is actually named in his memory. So we'll be honoring him at the event this Saturday. But as I mentioned, the foundation and our scholarship funds and the grants we've given out, we're actually rolling out 3 new awards this year, and all of them are to honor him. So we will be introducing for the first time ever 2 scholarships that are available to graduating seniors at both Gallatin High School and Station Camp High School. They can apply with recommendation from someone in their school for the Good Neighbors, the James B. Hawkins Good Neighbor Scholarship Award. So we're excited, and it's based on, of course, grades play into it, but based on citizenship and merit. And I think Jim demonstrated that so well.
Well, his family will be very honored by that, and I know he would be proud too.
I think so. And
That's
then
lovely.
The other one is the Tour de Gallatin. It's going to be called the James B. Hawkins Tour de Gallatin, and we'll be funding a K through 12 field trip once a year for a classroom and a teacher that wants to take her students on a field trip around Gallatin, just showcase what we have here. So
And he would have been so proud
He
of that
would
too.
have.
Oh, that makes me almost.
I know, don't cry.
I won't.
we're excited, though.
Oh, I can't wait for. Yeah, that's wonderful. So proud. What a great idea, and that's
But it-
really going to make that event even more special.
I thought so, and I think it certainly honors his legacy because he loved helping people understand the community, and he loved teaching people how to be a good citizen. So.
Well, and encouraging and cheering on and supporting other people, because we were talking about he ran, he sponsored, he attended, he took pictures. He also cheered everyone on.
Yep. He was right there at the finish line after he finished, cheering everybody
That
on.
snapshot of Jim Hawkins at a Shamrock Run really represents how he was at every single function in the city of Gallatin. So what a great way to honor
We're
him.
excited.
I appreciate that, and I know others will too. Well, you want to hear about my book?
I do.
Okay.
I haven't seen this one.
Well, this is certainly an oldie, or an oldie to me. This book was actually copywritten and published in 1979, and it was published in a cooperation with the Tennessee Historical Commission. And the book is James Winchester, Tennessee Pioneer. This is my copy. It is very, very tattered. But this tells the story of James Winchester, who did a lot of things. I'm going to read you a little bit of it. This is his biography, by the way. It was written by Walter Durham. I should mention that. Walter Durham was our state historian. He hailed from Gallatin, and he did a lot of writing about our city and the people from our city. But it says that James Winchester was an explorer, surveyor, soldier, and a public official. He was also a merchant, a trader in land and produce, and a founder of the city of Memphis. He held elective office in local, territorial, and state government in the Tennessee militia. He was brigadier general, commandant Mero District from 1796 to 1812. During 1812, he served as a brigadier general in the Army. Embarrassed by the surrender of his small army at the Battle of the River Basin in 1813, he returned to a field command at Mobile in 1814 and remained on active duty there until the end of the war. He had many business ventures, including a millstone quarry, a cottage gin, a distillery, a flour mill, a tannery, a brick kiln, a cotton factory, a baling factory, a mercantile business, and smith and shoe shops. But here's the important part, and this is why it's important about Gallatin. Well, not even about Gallatin, but about our area. From 1785 until his death, he resided at, do you know?
My favorite historic site, the historic Craig Font.
At historic Craig Font. So I think that you will be interested to learn about this man. I'm certain that the library probably has this available. And if not, I would set up an eBay search and Google alerts for this very book. It's James Winchester, Tennessee Pioneer by Walter Durham, written in 1979. So that's my book for the day.
I haven't read it, but I love Craig Font, so maybe I need to.
Yes, you do. We thank you for being a part of Baker+Brown again. We're trying to do a good job for you. You let us know how we can do better, because we want to do that.
Don't forget to comment so you can potentially win a shirt, and we'll see you Saturday at the Shamrock Run and hopefully before at Playing Gallatin.
Playing Gallatin. Y'all have a good week.